Hi there, and welcome to Let's Stress Less. If you're a woman who's feeling overwhelmed with life because your stress is out of control, you're pretty sure your stress could be affecting your health, and you want to get a handle on that before it gets worse, stick around. I've got you covered. I'm Chantal. I'm a registered nurse and your lifestyle design coach for stress mastery. And I can show you how to unwrap the gift of stress so you can go from barely surviving to fabulous and thriving. I recently created a video called My Top 3 High-End Stress Tools, where I shared the most effective ways to halt the stress response quickly. And today we're going to talk about the top 3 low-end stress tools and why you should avoid them. Just to be fair, low-end stress tools do work, sort of, but their effectiveness is short-lived and will eventually not only stop working to decrease stress, but will begin to increase your stress. Their damaging effects will soon outweigh any perceived benefit they may have initially provided, and once they suck you in, they hold on with a death grip. Let's look at some of the meanings of low end, just so we're on the same page. Less expensive, of a lower quality, less effective, poor, shoddy, cheapo, and trashy. The problem with low-end stress tools is that at first they can work, but the effectiveness is superficial. They only work on the surface, and ultimately they cause more damage. And so often that damage spreads into many areas of your life and even onto the people in your life. Low-end stress tools are also addictive. Once you've used them for a period of time, they not only lose their effectiveness, but you can't just let them go. They dig in and are very hard to shake. Not impossible, but they create withdrawal symptoms if you try to stop them. And those withdrawal symptoms are usually very painful, and some can even cause death if not monitored closely. Others won't kill you, but you may feel like you're dying. So let's look at the top 3 most common low-end stress tools. The first one is alcohol. Think about the behavior of a person who uses alcohol to de-stress. They don't usually grab and gulp. They choose a drink they enjoy, then they sit down alone or with a companion and savor the moment. They consciously enjoy the feeling of letting go of the stress of the day. It's a ritual of relaxation, but it can very easily become something else. At first it's a pleasure, then a habit, and finally an addiction. While alcohol may at first feel like an effective stress tool, its effect on the body can be significant. It can lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, stroke, liver disease, and digestive problems. Cancer of the breast, the mouth, the throat, the voice box, the esophagus, the liver, the colon, and the rectum can occur, as well as others. It weakens the immune system, which increases the chance of getting sick, and even learning and memory problems, including dementia, can be the outcome. The truth is, if you took a cup of relaxing tea or any other beverage you enjoy and treated the moment the same, sitting quietly by yourself or with friends, consciously letting go of the stress of the day, the effect would be decreased stress without the health risks or the prison of addiction. Now let's look at smoking. Again, let's look at the behavior of a smoker. A smoker rarely, if ever, misses a break. In fact, many people take up smoking to ensure they get that break. It's understood that if you smoke, you take a smoke break. But what does a smoker do during that break? Well, first they leave the work area. Nowadays, they're required to go outside and away from the building in most workplaces in order to smoke, and they usually have a designated area. Even at home, most people smoke outside. Then they take the next 5 to 10 minutes breathing. They inhale deeply, then exhale slowly. Smoking is a fiercely guarded ritual of relaxation, but it can very easily become something else. At first it's a pleasure, then a habit, and finally an addiction. While smoking can lower stress, it also causes cancer, heart disease, stroke, diabetes, and COPD, which is chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, which includes emphysema and chronic bronchitis. Smoking also increases the risk for tuberculosis, certain eye diseases, and problems of the immune system, including rheumatoid arthritis. Consider taking that smoke break, but rather than actually smoking, simply step away from the work area, go outside, and breathe deeply for 5 to 10 minutes several times a day. Neuroscience studies have shown that even 1 minute of deep, focused breathing can halt the stress response. Think about what 5 to 10 minutes can do, and without the health risks and the prison of addiction. Now let's look at food. When you're stressed, your body releases cortisol, a glucocorticoid steroid hormone, and it releases lots of it. And that cortisol causes the body to crave sugar, so it can convert that sugar into quick energy. That's why when you're stressed, you crave comfort foods, such as ice cream or chocolate or pasta. Think about macaroni and cheese, that's a big one. Pizza, chips, bread, pastries, French fries. There's all kinds of foods that we crave. And we crave foods that are high in carbohydrates because the carbohydrates can be quickly converted to sugar in the bloodstream. Eating those comfort foods initially can help you feel more calm and relaxed, but this can very easily become something else. At first it's a pleasure, then a habit, and finally an addiction. See where I'm going there? Studies have shown that sugar is even more addictive than cocaine, and withdrawal symptoms can be just as severe. Ideally, you use up that extra energy by fighting or fleeing. However, most causes of stress today do not require that you fight or flee. So your body produces this extra energy and it has no place to go. So it stores it as fat, which, if uncontrolled, turns into obesity. Obesity is connected to metabolic syndrome, heart disease, stroke, type 2 diabetes, and certain types of cancer, as well as many other diseases. When you're stressed and craving foods high in sugar or carbohydrates, consider switching that out for proteins or fats, and then working off that extra energy on a treadmill or a quick power workout or even a walk. Anything to use up that extra energy so it won't be stored as fat. So these are the 3 of the most common low-end stress tools. There are many others, such as drugs, isolation, gambling, shopping, sex, or any type of excessive behavior, as well as self-neglect. Low-end stress tools work at first to lower stress, but the stress will return and you will need more and more of whatever your body has been addicted to with less and less relief. There's always eventually a very heavy price. They aren't free, and they will eventually cause damage that spreads into many areas of your life and even onto the people in your life. In the comments below, share what low-end stress tool you'd like to switch out for a high-end stress tool. If you like what you're learning, join me each week right here for more tips, tools, and valuable insights as you learn how to recognize and unwrap the gift of stress so you can take control of your life, your health, and your happiness as you go from barely surviving to fabulous and thriving. And if you'd like more videos like this, then make sure to watch the videos on your screen. I think you'll like them. Till next time.